Roommate ruined my event pizza, so I matched his energy. I was back in school trying to switch careers, and money was painfully tight. I lived in a shared basement apartment with 6 individual, locked bedrooms and 1 communal kitchen. We were all strangers, communicating mostly about the internet bill. One night, I got back from my closing shift at the grocery store around 10 p.m. I was starving. To save money, I'd been eating dollar store ramen and peanut butter sandwiches for 2 weeks, so the frozen pizza I grabbed from my mini fridge felt like a whole event. I preheated the ancient oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit, slid the pizza in, and set a 25-minute timer. I went back to my room to change out of my work clothes. About 15 minutes in, I heard the loud creak of the oven door opening, followed by footsteps and a door closing down the hall. I didn't think much of it. The ruined dinner. When my timer went off, I walked back out and opened the oven. I immediately saw a huge metal tray of raw chicken breasts sitting on the rack above my pizza. My pizza looked wrong. The edges were black, and the cheese had dark brown, burned spots. I checked the dial. Some genius had cranked it up to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. I stood there, staring at my ruined pizza. I pulled it out. The bottom was completely charred. I tried to scrape the burnt parts off, but it was hopeless. The whole thing tasted like ash and sadness, but I was so hungry and tired I ate it anyway. The worst part, the chicken was still in there. This guy had cranked the heat, shoved his food in, and gone back to his room without knocking on my door, leaving a note or saying a single word. Matching the energy. I looked at that tray of chicken, and something in my tired, broke brain just snapped. I walked over, turned the oven dial all the way up to 500 degrees Fahrenheit, closed the door and went back to my room. I sat on my bed, chewing the last of my terrible pizza and waiting. About 10 minutes later, the smoke alarm started blaring. Then I heard a door fly open and someone yelling, "Shit! Expletive shit!" in the hallway. I waited a few more seconds, then stepped out of my room into the dark hall. The kitchen light was on, and I could see the guy frantically waving a dish towel at the smoke alarm. The whole place smelled overwhelmingly of burning meat. I stood there in my doorway and, as casual as possible, said, "Everything all good, bud?" He jumped, turned around, his face red and sweaty. He stammered, "Yeah, man, just burnt my dinner a little." I could see him scraping blackened chicken off the tray into the trash. Some pieces were literally stuck to the pan, smoking. "That sucks, man," I said, and went back into my room. I heard him cussing and scrubbing for another 5 minutes. The smoke alarm went off 2 more times. I moved out 3 weeks later when my lease was up, finding a cheaper place with a single roommate who knew how to use their words.